I am going to talk about the gross properties of the nucleus. It is known to all that each nucleus has two elementary particles like N, neutron and proton. Jointly they are called the nucleons. Now we know that a nucleus is represented as X, Z, A or X, Z, A. What is A? A is the mass number of the nucleus and equal to Z plus N. That is the total number of proton and neutron. Z also called the atomic number of the nucleus. For example, chlorine 35 17. This is the atomic number and this is the mass number. That is A equal to 35, Z equal to 17. That is N equal to A minus Z equal to 18. It is the number of neutrons inside the nucleus. Nucleus has different energy states. The lowest energy state is known as the ground state, and the nucleus normally exists in this state. Now, nucleus has two properties. One is static properties, and second is dynamic properties. Now we discuss about the static properties. This is the properties of the nucleus correspond to the ground state are known as static properties like electric charge, mass, binding energy, shape, size, angular momentum, magnetic dipole, electric quadrupole moment, statistic properties and isospin. Whereas the properties of the nuclei correspond to the excited states are called dynamic properties of the nucleus, e.g. nuclear reactions, nuclear excitations and nuclear decay. Now we discuss about some static properties of the nucleus like 1. Nuclear size. Nuclear size. Look, an experiment shows that nuclear charge almost uniformly distributed and nuclear charge density is approximately constant. Experimental evidence also show that the distribution of nuclear matter is nearly uniform, so that the nuclear matter density is also experimentally constant. And that is, the nuclear matter density rho m nearly equal to A by V, where A is the mass number, and V equal to nuclear volume. That is V proportional to A. Now if we consider a nucleus as a sphere, then we may write V equal to 4/3 pi r cube proportional to A. where r is the radius of the spherical nucleus, or r proportional to a whole to the power 1/3. That is r equal to r0 a to the power 1/3, where r0 is a constant known as the nuclear radius parameter, whose value r0 equal to 1.2 femtometer. The next is nuclear mass. If a nucleus consists of z number of proton and n number of neutron, and each proton has mass mp and neutron mn, then the total mass of the proton and neutron will be zmp plus nmn, and it should be the nuclear mass. But experimental evidence show that the measured nuclear mass is less than this total mass. The difference of this mass is denoted by delta m, and that is equal to zmp plus nmn minus measured nuclear mass. The another static properties of a nucleus is the binding energy. It is the minimum energy required to separate all the nucleons, neutrons and protons completely from the nucleus, and its value will be the mass difference between the total mass of the nucleons and the measured nuclear mass into c square. Now, this binding energy is positive for stable nuclei and it is negative for unstable nuclei. Now we discuss about the binding fraction. The binding fraction of a nucleus is actually the ratio between the binding energy and the mass number of that nucleus. Now we shall know about the mass defect of a nucleus. This is the difference between the measured atomic mass and the mass number. If MAZ denotes the measured atomic mass and A denotes the mass number, then mass defect is expressed as delta M equal to MAZ minus A. Now, this mass defect may be positive or may be negative. The delta M is positive for very high nuclei and for very light nuclei, and the intermediate between very high and light, the mass defect will be negative. For example, helium atom has the atomic mass 4.002603 U and mass number is 4. Then mass defect will be delta M equal to 0.002603 U. This is the measured atomic mass of helium atom. This is mass number, and this is the difference between it and it. This is the mass defect of a helium atom. We shall know about the packing fraction of a nucleus. The packing fraction is actually the ratio of the mass defect to the mass number of that nucleus. Now the mass defect is equal to this, and this is mass number, and finally we get the packing fraction F equal to this factor. The packing fraction also have negative and positive value.